Good morning, it's Debbie here from the British Legion Bridgwater branch with Ray, who's our Deputy Chair. So good morning from Ray and for me.
Yeah, good morning.
And we're just going to talk to you a little bit about the premises and give you an update on the premises, so that you can see all the struggles, what's been behind us getting the premises, why it's taken so long, and all the things that's happened. So Ray, can you remember how you got involved and how you started with the premises?
Yeah, I do. I've been a member of the Royal British Legion for some time, but pretty ineffective member. But effectively, I got a letter, as did a lot of other people, from Steve, who invited me to a meeting.
That's Steve Austin, isn't it?
Steve Austin, sorry. Yeah, Steve Austin. Invited me to a meeting to look at resurrecting the RBL in Bridgwater. It had never gone away, but it was fairly inactive, and the plan was to set it all up again, get it rolling, and hopefully at that time reopen the premises in Castle Street. Anyway, went along to the meeting, and for my sins I got involved, and we've spent the last 4 and a bit years sort of trying to get things up and running again, and get new premises, because the Castle Street premises, unfortunately, we weren't able to reopen. And here we are today, sort of in new premises, which haven't opened yet. And it's been quite a battle along the way, quite difficult, but we've got there in the end, I think.
Yeah. I mean, there is a difference, isn't there, between the club and the branch? The club stopped, but the branch continued, didn't it?
Yeah. The Legion has a number of clubs up and down the country. They're sort of affiliated, if you like, if that's the right word, to the RBL, but they're not actually part of the branch as such. But generally, of course, they do work quite close together. And that was the case in Bridgwater. So the club, unfortunately, has had to close, but the actual branch and what we do with the RBL has not changed. We've moved forward. Had to leave the club behind, unfortunately.
That's it. I mean, it was one of the options when we started looking at premises. It was one of the options, but it just would cost so much to bring it back into use. That it would have not been a useful.
Well, we did some bit of survey work in there and looking at what we could and couldn't do, etc. And I think a probably conservative estimate of cost would have been close on £100,000 to get it up and running. I mean, the dance floor type area at the back had been leaking for a long time, so that completely needed replacing. That's the roof and the dance floor. Other parts of the building were leaking. The decor was absolutely awful, furnishings, etc. So in the end, although passions run very, very high with Castle Street, in the end it just is not and was not feasible to get it up and running again, which is a shame, because it's since those days that the branch has struggled as well. But hopefully we're past that now and moving on.
I mean, we looked at various options, didn't we? All different types of accommodation in and around Bridgwater, but we've settled on one now. But in that time, the branch, the committee and all the helpers, we've all been storing stuff in our garages and our houses. We've been having meetings in community rooms. It's just been a bit of a nightmare.
It's been quite dysfunctional, really, because we haven't had a proper base to work from. But and also, you know, the fact that we haven't had a place to work from, it means that the general public and members and anybody that looking to support the Legion has not really known where to where to turn to.
Mm.
So hopefully we're putting that right now. But it's been a miasma of places to work from. That's a good word, that.
I was going to say, I like that word. I'm going
That's a good word.
to use that
Yeah.
today.
Can't spell it, but you know.
Miasma. It's a testament, I think, to the committee and to all the volunteers, in that we've been resilient, and it's a word that's bandied around a lot, but it has taken a lot of patience, a lot of digging your heels in to keep the branch going. And actually we've expanded in this period of not being able to have anywhere properly. We've kept going, we've really stuck together and worked hard, and I think it is a testament to how strong and resolute the committee and the volunteers in the branch are. Right one.
No, I agree. I think we're all aiming in the same direction. I think that's the thing. You know, we want to provide services for the wider military family. You know, services for people that actually do need our help. But also we want to provide a place for people to meet if they want to, camaraderie. You know, we'll provide things like, I don't know, coffee mornings. Unfortunately, we can't provide beer mornings, but we're not a licensed premises, and nobody should run away with the idea that, you know, we have a replacement for the club, because we don't. You know, we operate out of a small office now in Queen Street. I say now, but of course at the moment we can't occupy the place because of COVID.
That's it.
Which is very, very frustrating. But you know, we want to provide services for people, IT services. We want somewhere for camaraderie to start building. You know, and generally we want to be there for the armed services community, plus anybody else that wants to come along and help us.
Yep, I mean, we're always looking for volunteers, aren't we? And people can. I mean, we've got quite a lot going on in this area, although people may not realise it. There's the welfare provision, which you're part of as well, and maybe you're looking for caseworkers or ex-service personnel, and we're also looking for people who could just staff the building when it's opening to help us meet and greet people and signpost people to the various services.
That's right. You know,
sorry,
yeah. I mean, anybody that can give us, you know, a few hours a week is very welcome. We will provide the relevant training. We won't leave people on their own in the office, and we will make sure that you know, the services we provide are what the local military community actually need. But to do it, we do need people, and the sort of people we want are people that support, basically support the military. You know, there's no massive criteria. You don't have to be an Einstein. We'd be looking for people to get training in signposting others, for working with the caseworkers, of which in Bridgwater we've got 2. And also we work with Somerset, and we've also got the Somerset case officer who works out of Bridgwater as well. So you know, we're quite well structured in that regard. But we do need people to step forward and give us a hand.
So those people, they don't need to be military, and actually the services we're providing, you don't have to be a member of the British Legion to ask for help from us and receive it. So all you need to be is serving or ex-serving personnel and their families.
Absolutely.
So it could be the dad, it could be parents of someone who's serving, it could be the son and daughter of someone who's serving, wives of anybody, isn't it? So
pretty much. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's open to everybody, and it's not just the training, but we are quite strong and supportive of our people. I think we've really, you know, we've really become quite a cohesive unit, as it were.
I think so.
And so that we'll get training and support. So if you're interested, I will put all the relevant contact details up underneath. You'll have the national helpline. the local helpline and the local email, and you'll get through to Ray. Probably there's a 50% chance you're going to get through to Ray on at least one of those.
50% chance. Yeah.
You can see who you're speaking to now. So thanks very much, Ray. Actually, we just have a quick recap on the services that we're hoping to provide from the new premises. You were talking about the IT, so we're going to provide some IT equipment that people can log on if they don't have computers at home, and we'll have some IT help that will try and help them learn how to use it if they've not had to use it before. We're going to do tea and coffee, aren't we? And vision.
And it's working in partnership with other agencies. You know, people like SAFA, for example, maybe the Army Benevolent Fund. You know, there's lots of bodies about that we want to work with, and having a base to do that now actually enables us to offer them something where they can come in and talk to people. And you know, it's a big bonus actually having a new office. So working in partnership is one of the key things that generally the RBL wants to do across the country.
I mean, we work quite well with the Veterans Breakfast Club, which is
we do indeed,
once a week, don't we? So we've got very strong links with them, and we're looking to build stronger links. So if you're one with SAFA or RAFA or any of the other Royal Marines, any of those organisations, and you want to spend some time in Bridgwater, we've got some premises we'd love to share with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much for this Sunday morning.
Okay, you're welcome. On a Sunday morning, on a snowy Sunday morning.
Sunny Sunday morning with a little bit of snow. And guys, I'll put all the helpline details when I post this video on our Facebook group. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thanks, Ray.
Thank you. Bye for now.